Okay, ladies, who is tired of being on the hamster wheel? You know, the hamster wheel where you ever seen a hamster where they're on this wheel and they're just going in circles and circles and circles until they are totally exhausted, and they don't stop until they are exhausted, right? It reminds you of the struggles that we go through as a single mother. You're on a hamster wheel of work, school, kids. If you know anything about my story, I was on the hamster wheel once and I was exhausted, I was overwhelmed, and I did not know what to do with myself until I started putting some strategies in place. So today, in a New Girl Talk with Virginia, No Ordinary Woman series, we are going to start talking about the top three exhaustion triggers. How do you get over those triggers? Well, I'll give you one clue. One of them is dealing with your budget. Your financial strains and insecurities is one of the top three exhaustion triggers for a single mother. You have to budget. That's one of the top things to cure your exhaustion. And today on Girl Talk with Virginia, we are going to go into three more ways that you can extinguish the exhaustion and get off of the treadmill of you're letting your finances keep you in strain and insecurities. Are y'all ready? So I am Virginia Mann, and as you know, I am the owner of Gen Man Consulting, a counseling firm, and I am the founder of the Prosper Under Pressure community, where we empower women to live a life of calm and confidence. So, as stated earlier, we're going to go into one of the top three exhaustion triggers for single mothers. And single mothers, you know, we want the best for our kids, right? And your finances is number one with triggering your exhaustion. You can't stop thinking about how you're going to make this bill on this due date, where you're going to get the extra money from to buy the kids tennis shoes, where you're going to get the extra money to go to the movies, entertainment, eat out, all of those things that you like doing as a single mother to help your kids feel secure and happy throughout life. Well, number one, get a financial advisor. One of the things is that when people hear that word financial advisor, oh, they think that these experts are so expensive. A financial advisor, if you find the right one who's willing to work with your budget, they really aren't that expensive. But I tell you, they can help you to get your finances in order. They can help you to look at some areas that you are overextending your budget. They can help you to decrease some unnecessary expenses. A financial advisor is key, and they can help you to stop worrying about the things that you can't control. Number one thing you can't control about your finances is when that child support check come from your ex, right? Or when he pays his child support, or when he gives the money for the kids' sport equipment, or ballet classes, or to go to a special event. You can't control when that money comes through, right? And a lot of times it doesn't come through when you need it. So you have to be in control of that by getting a financial advisor and getting your budget and your money and your expenses in order. Number two, focus on what's important. Okay, that would help you stop feeling so exhausted and so overwhelmed if you start focusing more on what's important. And what is that? What's important as a single mother is that you show much love to your kids. Instead of trying to show them money and having nice things, that's material things. They only last as long as it takes for them to tear up the toy or the event is over or whatever. But when you show them love, that's what's important. It lasts a long time, it goes a long way, and it helps them to know that, hey, no matter how much I want these expensive tennis shoes or how much I want to go to this event that mom can't afford. I know that she loves me, so I'm going to understand, and that's going to help you stop being so tired and overwhelmed and exhausted about thinking about how you can provide certain things for your kids. Show them love. That's what's important when it comes to being a single mother. Number three, face your finances head on. Financial insecurity is exhausting. That hamster wheel, it's time to get off. It's time to stop that hamster wheel. It's time to take control by doing the necessary steps of handling the triggers that cause you to be exhausted when it comes to your financial securities and making stable financial decisions. So face those finances head on. No covering up. A lot of times you think, okay, if I don't sit down and look at these numbers, if I don't sit down and look at where my extra money is going, where I'm spending too much, it doesn't exist. It does exist. It always exists. You have to be ahead of it. You have to face your finances head on. Be positive about it. Don't just look at the negatives. Oh, I don't have enough for this. I don't have enough for that. Look at what you do have enough for, adjust it accordingly, and be realistic. Most importantly, you want to spend time with your kids, you want to show them love, but sometimes you can go to things that are free or at least expensive. Like instead of trying to go to a fancy restaurant and go to the playground at Chuck E. Cheese or whatever, because Chuck E. Cheese is pretty expensive. How about you just buy a couple of pizzas from Little Caesars, Domino's, Pizza Hut, or whatever, and y'all go to the park. Sit at the park bench where they have nice toys, nice clean environment, and let the kids play. Get a nice blanket, have a picnic. That's very less expensive than going to Chuck E. Cheese and spending a lot of money on all of those tokens and the high pizza and the refill drinks and all of those things. So face your finances head on, but you still can focus on what's important, which is showing your children love and showing them that you care, and showing that no matter what we do together or how little we spend on this event, we can control it and we can have fun and we still can be amongst each other and love each other. And it keeps you from being exhausted, from thinking about how you're going to make your penny stretch when you don't have the penny to stretch. And it's not a hard thing to do. It doesn't mean you're not a good mother. It means that you are securing your kids' financial stability and their lifestyle month through month through month. You can control how you handle your money, and that will control the level of exhaustion, the level of being tired and overwhelmed that you experience on a daily basis. Financial insecurity is one of the biggest hamster wheel circles that single mothers are continuously on. This is what I want you to do. Okay, take charge. Number one, you can hire a financial advisor. Trust me, you can find one that is not that expensive, that works within your budget and will work miracles with helping you cut costs and finding ways to bring in extra money so it doesn't look like you're living from paycheck to paycheck. So it doesn't look like you're always worrying about things that you can't control, like when the child support check is going to come from your ex. And it helps with seeing ideas and budgeting tips from a different viewpoint. So if you can, hire a financial advisor. If you can't hire a financial advisor right now, you need to sit down and block some time out to revamp your budget, downsize your expenses, and find ways so that you don't be exhausted about thinking about your financial strains and insecurities. Okay, you can do this. We can do this. I did it when I was a single mother. I had to strip down and, look at what I needed to cut, the cost that I needed to reconfigure, because as your kids get older, they get more expensive. They want to go to more events. They want to do more things. Their clothes are more expensive just because, they're older and the sizes and everything, stuff that's really not in your control. But what's in control is how you spend your money and the expenses that you can cut and the stuff that you don't have to worry about, so that you don't feel exhausted and overwhelmed by thinking about financial stability. You could do it. You got it. Hire an advisor or sit down and really hone in, face your insecurities, face that budget, and get it in your control. Okay? Remember, we are focusing on the top 3 exhaustion triggers for single mothers in this Girl Talk with Virginia, No Ordinary Woman series. So guess what? Next week, we're going to have trigger number 2. And I'll give you a little hint. It has a little bit to do with him, right? Because it's not always all your fault just because you're a single mother and he doesn't want to have any play in, the exhaustion triggers that you're experiencing. Doesn't let him off the hook. That's something else that exhausts you, that runs through your mind, that wears you out and overwhelming because you're always thinking about what he's not doing. But next week, we got some real juicy good tips on how you can handle the frustration and the exhaustion that comes from daddy issues. Okay, so be sure to tune in next week. I know that this week has been a blessing to so many of you single mothers. That's what we are here for, to help you process issues, to process exhaustions so that you can get to your next level of success and extinguish all of the exhaustions that's keeping you from fully enjoying the joys of being a single mother and getting to your next level of success. So see you next week for number 2. Stay tuned. You do not want to miss exhaustion trigger number 2. Have a blessed week. See you guys next week for Girl Talk with Virginia, bright and early, Monday next week. Bye.